Hey friends, well as you can see, once again I'm in what my wife now calls Lab Squatch 1 because I'm in here constantly, and I'm in here again because I'm getting ready to leave Thursday or Friday morning, and I'm going to head back down to where I believe I had an actual Bigfoot encounter, and also where I found that scat. And I'm going to try to make this video quick, but it's going to have to be detailed. So I apologize ahead of time if I put you into into a coma. But I want to be detailed to get my point across, because it seems like the same questions are being asked over and over, and I don't have a problem with that. And like I always say, if I need to make a clarification video or reiterate on something to help make you understand things, not a problem whatsoever. And Cassandra and My Little Ramie, Spring Heel Jack, and a couple others kind of requested the same thing, want to know the same thing. So I'm going to try to get as detailed as possible about their questions, and it has to do with the government, the involvement in these hybrid programs, and why I'm so certain that these hybrids are not being released out into the general public, our park systems and so forth, and just wreaking havoc on our people here, human beings in general. And a lot of it's common sense, and most of it's common sense. First of all, I wanted to get to the government part of it, okay? And this has to do with me personally. I'm still, believe it or not, being accused of I am a FBI agent or some kind of agent, okay, that has to do with the government. And I have been put onto the scene. I was made to come forward with this story to divert people's attention from what's really going on out there. In other words, I was meant to pacify the American people, or the people that would listen, and try to divert their way of thinking that, well, yeah, there's dangerous hybrids out there running around killing people. I'm obviously not an FBI agent. I'm not a government agent of any kind, okay? I'm going to say that again. I am not a government agent of any kind. All right? I want to make that clear. Now, here's where the government comes into play with these hybrid programs. Okay, the only thing the government has to do with these hybrid programs is they're the money train. They're the cash cow. That's it. And that's basically you, me, and everybody else that's a working stiff, that's a taxpayer. Our taxpayers, our tax money, in roundabout ways, goes to these hybrid programs, okay, which has to be obviously, paid or funneled to the government, and then funneled to these hybrid programs. All right, that's it. The government absolutely 100% does not have any power over these hybrid facilities and programs. The only thing they can do is request and suggest. They can request that they be implemented or deployed, and they can suggest the same thing, or suggest they be used in a certain way or done. But they can't just demand. Absolutely no power. The only thing that they have to do is honor their lifelong commitment to fund these facilities and these programs. Okay, that's it. I want to get that clear. The government has no power over these hybrids. Now, how am I so certain that these hybrids are not being released? It's common sense, 100% common sense. Okay, if they were being released into our park systems and just in general, public, we'll just say that. Okay, generalize. Think of the catastrophic body count that would have to be taking place in order to feed these things. And then if they're not harvesting, if these hybrids aren't harvesting humans for food sources, okay, there is definitely not enough wildlife out there to sustain all these man-killing hybrids that are loose out there. That's common sense as well, okay? So let's just say that they're not harvesting, they're just out there killing human beings. Well, that's even makes less sense, because if they're just out killing human beings, the body count would even be more, because they're not harvesting. They're just running around killing human beings for no reason, okay? Let me put this into perspective for you. This is something I know, and I know for a fact. One of these hybrids has the capability of killing 150 human beings per hour. 150 human beings in 60 minutes, okay? So you're telling me, or these podcasters and so forth, researchers, whatever, are telling us that how many thousands and thousands of these hybrids are out there running around being tracked and attacking people and killing them. First of all, where's the body count? Either way, for them for food, or for them just to kill. So, it'd be double or triple if they were just running around, just killing people just because they're crazy, foaming at the mouth beasts, right? Think about it. It does not make sense. Either way, it does not make sense. What happened to us at the LBL was a one-time thing. It's never happened before, and that was in its infancy in the 1980s. Okay, it's never happened before. And it will never, ever, ever happen again. And I can guarantee that. And I tell you what, this happened behind Walt's back. And it even kind of boggled my mind. How could anything happen behind Walt's back? He's a pioneer, the pioneer of this program. He's the one that basically, with two other gentlemen, started this. But Walt this was his brainchild, so to speak. These two scientists were tweaking 2 or 3 of these hybrids behind his back. He didn't know anything about it, okay? And I want to clarify something else too that leads into this. People think that these hybrids were just released into the LBL to wreak havoc and just go out and kill, and we're going to see what your power, your performance is. That wasn't it at all. Okay, what happened was and I'm going to say the exact spot, but they were taken out several miles from the LBL, and they had no idea we were even camped there. They had no idea we were camped there, and they had no idea they would even travel that far that fast. But after tweaking them to be more aggressive, they took them out into what they thought would be a controlled area, and they got away. And the LBL is where they ended up. There was no intentional release of these hybrids that did this to us. Okay, there was no intentions for them ever to just be released through a gate and say, have at it, let's see what you can do. Bullshit. I don't care what anybody says. If they are saying it's a lie, it didn't happen like that. There's been things implemented since then, learn from your mistake type of thing, and it will 100% never, ever, ever happen again. I can guarantee it. I can 100% guarantee that these hybrids that are being produced, you'll never have to worry about them getting out and killing your chihuahua, your baby grandkids in the backyard where they're playing, or you yourself, anything like that. These aren't crazed, nasty animals that are caged. They're smart, they're intelligent, they're bred to have emotion, a train of thought that is intelligent. Okay, they can communicate like us intelligently. Okay, that's the human side of the DNA. They feel emotion. They know right and wrong. And of course, the animal side of it is the aggression when need be. Obviously, the appearance, the agility, the stamina, things like that. This is a perfectly bred specimen. And they're treated like human beings because they are more like humans. If one was ever to walk away from a facility or get out, quote unquote, get out, there would absolutely never be any danger or harm to come to anybody, any civilian. And like I said, the only time that these particular hybrids were going to be implemented into a bad situation. And man, I'm telling you, it was within the snap of a finger. It was going to happen, and I was just waiting for the phone call because I felt it was going to happen too. Was when these self-centered freaking snowflakes were burning down our cities, burning down the businesses, attacking our law enforcement. Okay, that's where it changed over. It changed over from protesting to domestic terrorism. Okay, there's a difference. And what stopped the deployment of these particular hybrids is this: people finally got their fat asses off their couches and said, "We've had enough." And they took up their arms, which we have the right to, we have the duty to do it, and the ability to protect the United States of America, which was under attack, our communities, which was under attack, our family, and our property, okay? And you've seen the videos, or you should have, where these guys said, "We've had enough." And they started getting on top of the business roofs, on their front porches, and the backs of their trucks. And they said, "You want some? Come get some." And they were sitting there with their sniper rifles, their shotguns, and the people with FFLs. They had, like what you see in the background, my little friend Ruger. That's not for wild animals and cryptids. That's for the idiots in society that might try to destroy the United States, that might try to destroy my friends, my family, or my property. Okay? That isn't off subject. This all bleeds into this. So if the train of thought that these podcasters and stuff have put you in, thinking that these wild beasts are just being manufactured on an assembly line like a freaking 1960s cartoon and thrown out into the wilderness is a lie, okay? Absolute 100% lie, and it's all common sense. And I'm proving it right now by asking these guys, where's the body count? Where is the catastrophic body count that would be taking place if they're there? There is none. There's zero. Now, with that being said, are there natural born dogmen, cryptid? Okay, well, cryptid, I guess I don't even look at Bigfoot as being a cryptid. I mean, it's classified as a cryptid, I believe. But the dogman is basically what everybody thinks when you say the word cryptid, okay? Is there a natural born dogman? We'll say that. I don't know. Very possible. It's very possible. I can't deny it. I can't prove it. And could there be aggressive natural born dogmen? Absolutely. I mean, there's aggressive, when something's natural born, like even human beings, they're going to be aggressive at times. But that's if they exist. I don't know if they exist because I've never seen one. Never seen one. Now, Bigfoot, I was a debunker. Didn't believe in it. On the fence. You knew that. But now I 100% believe it. I believe I had an encounter. So I hope that clears things up a little bit about the government's role in these hybrid programs, and is there any danger? Absolutely not. You don't have to take my word for it. I understand. I'm just a nobody. I do have quite a bit of experience with, well, how should I say this? I have knowledge. I have quite a bit of knowledge of these hybrid programs, okay? So if you have any concerns that maybe I don't know about, email me or ask me something in the comments. I will clarify it, and I'll ease your I guess bad thoughts about the hybrids that are being produced. So that's it, people. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate all the new subscribers, like always. People say, "Oh, well, it sounds like a broken record." I say that, but I don't care. I will thank you people for taking the time out of your busy lives to listen to a nobody like me. It's very humbling, and I appreciate you all very, very much. So until next time, as always, God bless. Godspeed. We'll chat later.